It's Friday. I'm not going to be messy right now. I just want to relax. Y'all looking for a messy live? Not right now. Maybe tonight. When did you convert to a permanent? Do. We're putting in the water. We're putting in the food. Hamster food is next. The hamsters are gonna be next, everyone. Be next, everyone. Oh no. What will you do? We're gonna get someone that's stupid. I think at this point it's okay to say, like, people are stupid. The sigh of disappointment. The sigh of disappointment. My friend just messaged me. Done with this show. Ooh, my stomach. Oh, that hurts. Thank you for liking the live. Y'all are awesome. I don't know. See what happens. I don't even know. The mice. Everybody, it's the mice. Gotta have fun. I even got my fucking friend going.
They're eating the cots. They're making the mice transgender.
They're cosplaying. They're cosplaying women.
Mm-hmm.
Mice are cosplaying.
So I updated my artwork.
Yeah.
Here, I'll send it to you on Discord instead.
Okay. Record. Huh. Shade. All right, hold on. Oh, nice. You gotta learn. So you gotta do remove.bg. The website lets you like take out the background and have just the picture.
Oh, okay.
What's up,
Yeah.
guys?
Hey Shade, how old are you?
43.
Okay. Time will tell on that, but what's your thoughts on transgender mice?
I think that if a mouse wants to change his gender, he has every right to.
W.
W.
And I think that we need more programs for these mice.
Yes, more mouse affirming care, right?
Yes, absolutely, 100%. And that's why everyone should have voted for Kamala. And that's why everyone should have voted.
Yep. George, how old are you?
35.
Okay. And what's your issue with the transgender mice?
It's not a thing. It's fiction.
Hmm?
Never heard of it.
I'm sitting right here.
Who did you vote for?
Why does that matter?
Because it's relative.
Trump.
Like I asked your age, that's relative. I asked what you thought about the transgender mice, that's relative.
Yeah.
I'm just asking who you voted for because Trump was talking about transgender mice.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just wondering, like, do you support transgender mice?
I've never heard of it.
Well, Trump has heard about it.
Where does he talk about transgender mice?
They're in the speech called when he talks to Congress.
When he did the address to the Congress
State
and
of
the
the
nation.
Union. State of the Union address. There we go.
No, I didn't watch it.
So who did you vote for?
I voted for Trump.
Oh, okay. Why?
Because I wanted to.
Nice.
Yeah, but what drew you in to vote for Trump?
Because I was tired of the Democratic Party.
Okay.
What had you tired of the Democratic Party?
I don't believe in agendas. I believe in facts.
What are the facts that you agree with or disagree with?
I don't believe that. So how do I say this without offending people? All right, I'm just saying.
You're going to say either way, and it's
Yeah.
going to mean the same thing, so you could just say it.
No, it's not going to mean the same thing. When I talk about agenda, I mean like when people say trans rights or human rights, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I think all human rights are human rights, so you don't have to put it into a category.
So if I tell you Black Lives Matter, what's your response?
All of them do.
The shit fucking writes itself some days. Do
But
you realize, like,
some days
it's about
do you
rights for
pretend to be black or what?
marginalized people?
My thing is, if you're not African American, why do you speak on their problems?
It's an indicator of where you stand your value, how you understand intersectionality and oppressive systems in America. Like, when you say all right, like human rights, everybody's rights matter, but you're not focusing on like trans rights. You're basically coming to the conclusion, if you will, that cis men or cis women are having their rights being taken away just because they're cisgender. So what laws or social issues are affecting cis people that don't affect trans people?
None.
Right. So this is why we say that trans rights matter. Trans rights are human rights because people are pushing laws and policies against transgender people, but it doesn't happen against cisgender people.
Like what?
Hey, George, do you believe in the right of self-determination?
The what?
The right of self-determination.
I guess I'm not understanding the question.
Okay, so self-determination is kind of like your right to be yourself, whether it's like, and who you are in society, right? Whether it's your religion, your sexuality, lots of different things. You get to make decisions on your own on this, and it's your right to make these, and nobody else can make those decisions for you. Do you believe in bodily autonomy, that you have the right to your body as long as it doesn't harm anyone else? To make changes to your body as long as it doesn't harm anyone else?
Yes.
Okay. So those are the things that trans people are now facing of getting like taken away from them.
How?
And then on top of that, besides those rights to self-determination and bodily autonomy, we also are experiencing things where like the state of Iowa just passed the Civil Rights Removal Act of 2025. And what that allows is it gets rid of any discrimination protection in housing and employment for trans individuals. Have you heard of the EEOC, George?
No.
It's the Equal Opportunity Commission, right? What they do is, like, if you were discriminated against in the workplace, it's a federal agency where you have a right to either to be a whistleblower or to file a complaint against your employer because they discriminated against you. Did you know that the Trump administration has stopped processing all claims for sexual orientation and gender identity? So if anyone has been discriminated against because of their sexual orientation or gender identity, the EEOC is no longer processing those claims. Do you think that's fair or unfair?
I think it's life.
You think it's life?
Yeah, I mean, everybody gets discriminated against, man. It's not just trans people. I mean,
Real quick,
I'm
G,
hated
I
on
just
because
need your
I'm
age,
Jewish.
please.
So,
What's up?
I just need your age, please.
I mean,
Real quick,
I'm
G,
hated
I
on
just
because
need your
I'm
age,
Jewish.
please.
So,
What's up?
I just need your age, please.
I'm 31.
Cool.
What is transgender mice? Did you mean for like men, transgender men, or like?
No, we're talking.
Did you mean for like men, transgender men, or like?
No, we're talking about specifically transgender mice. So we're helping mice change their gender.
Like, are you being for real or?
That's what Donald Trump says
Yeah,
is happening.
our lovely president, Donald J. Trump, has stated that they are transgender mice. That there's things going on that they're forcing the mice to transition against their will.
Yeah, we actually put it in their water now.
Is it to like stop like to producing them or something to like make them?
No. Change their gender.
Yeah, it's
But-
mice affirming care.
Mm-hmm.
But what's the reason for it? Like, is it to like?
It's not really happening, but the president thinks it is because he mistook transgenic, which means like putting human cells within a mouse in order to do medical research with transgender. So now all that cancer research that's being done using transgenic mice is now being canceled by the Trump administration.
You think? I mean, that's a good thing, right? I mean, that money could be put towards something like.
Do you
more
think we should
important,
stop
right?
cancer? Do you think we should no longer put money towards cancer research?
No, I mean,
Because that's what they're doing,
I see.
right? So do you want the president? Do you think that the United States of America should dismantle one of the beacons that we have in the world, which is medical research? Do you think we should deconstruct it all because the president doesn't like trans people? Do you think that's what we should do?
Like deconstruct it.
Yeah, they are censoring documents. They are taking documents down on websites. Anything that mentions woman or female is getting taken away or blocked from being published in the NIH.
Even they're taking down things that mention BIPOC and Hispanic.
Yeah, do you know who Jackie Robinson is, G?
Yeah.
Do you know that Jackie Robinson served our country during World War II? Do you know the Trump administration has taken down all mentions of Jackie Robinson on the DoD website?
No.
Are you for that or against that?
I mean, it's kind of irrelevant because there's like more important things to worry about than acknowledging Jackie.
So
Robinson.
we should erase all mention of anyone that's not white in history from the DoD or the National Cryptology Museum, which is our spy coders, right? We should erase all mention museum, which is our spy coders, right? We should erase all mention of BIPOC veterans and Black who have served in our country, or and any services that are related to Black, Indigenous, and people of color veteran service systems. We should just erase all those clubs and support groups.
I mean, I'm literally in my uniform right now. I'm in the army right now. They don't have me on the DoD website.
Oh, nice. We got I'm a veteran and Brookie's a veteran as well.
it doesn't really even matter. Like that's irrelevant. Like they don't have me on the DoD website. They don't have my
Yeah,
buddy
because
Mac.
you're not a veteran, because you didn't give your. Have you heard about the BIPOC gentleman in, I forgot his name, the one that was in Iraq? He got the Medal of Honor because he gave his life for his squad while his squad was receiving fire. I think it was in Ramadi somewhere. He gave his life for his squad while his squad was receiving fire. I think it was in Ramadi somewhere, and he received the Medal of Honor. What do you think about President Trump erasing him, but keeping white tea people that received the Medal of Honor on DoD? President Trump erasing him, but keeping white tea people that received the Medal of Honor on DoD.
I mean, I don't really have any opinion on it, honestly. Like, I really don't.
I
Like,
think it's very disgusting.
I don't really have any opinion on it, honestly. Like, I really don't. Like,
I think it's very disgusting because we're taught in the United States military to have our battle buddies to the left and to the right of us, and also to the rear of us, so then that way, that we can be one be one within our squad and in our platoon. So then that way we can protect each other regardless of who they pray to, regardless of who they all that. Yeah, I believe you. I believe you. When you said you was in your uniform, I'm not gonna discredit you. I'm not one of those people like, you're still a valor. Show me. No. I believe you. If you say you're gonna do that, you're doing that. If it's not true, you're the one that has to live with that conversation, not me. But how does that make you feel? I mean, removing all this stuff with DEI, and so now people are getting more. Um, what's the word I looking for? They're
So
getting they're getting to the point now. They're going back to the ways I remember when I first went in, when people would say disgusting things to their battle buddies and get away with it, but and then they give harsher punishments to BIPOC service members. I seen it with my two eyes, and I got called so many names when I spoke up against it. So I think it's very disgusting that, and I got called so many names when I spoke up against it. So I think it's very disgusting that we is someone that like myself that have served in Iraq and Afghanistan has seen the worst of war, have seen people come together regardless of the color of their skin, because how we're taught in the military that we only see especially in the army, because I was in the army, um, that we're taught to only see green and stuff. But how how are we going to look past these people have done wonders for our country, and the guy that dodged the draft 3 times, and then our DoD Secretary of Defense currently right now. He was a major in the National Guard. I mean, nothing against National Guard folks, but he never even went to any schools to become a general. So I mean, he, they have no qualifications. They have zero qualifications right now to be who they are, and to take away from that, it's kind of disgusting. It takes away our whole meaning of why we're in the United States of America. United States, we are a melting pot. We have all these beautiful cultures coming together as one that makes the United States.
G,
yeah. So I really just like looked it up while you were explaining yourself,
Hmm.
and it literally says that they removed it by mistake. It wasn't intentional.
They remove what by mistake?
Like,
But why would he even remove it in the first place?
I mean, that's what mistakes are. They do things on
Yeah,
accident.
yeah, I know,
Gee, they
but
removed it because they were told and they were given the initiative to remove anything that implied diversity or inclusion. So anybody of color, anyone that is LGBTQIA, all that stuff had to be removed. What they're doing now is receiving backlash from it and realizing that maybe they shouldn't erase these things. Like, gee, they erased the Enola GAY plane, the plane that dropped the atomic bomb, because it said GAY from the DoD websites.
Mars, we can say gay now.
no.
I think that's like a stretch. I think y'all like
No, they did. They did though. They actually erased all photos of the Enola Gay and all mention of it because it had gay in the name.
But I mean, you guys say all this to say what? I mean, like that's been going on. I mean, like you look at the education system. They don't even, the only thing they teach about black culture or just black history is slavery, Martin Luther King, or Rosa Parks.
Not at
I
my
mean,
not at my kids' schools. I mean, I'm in the Pacific Northwest, but like my kids definitely learn more than that in our schools.
what do they learn about?
Yeah,
Maybe
but
you're in
I
Mississippi.
think G is very much right there. The schools are very well uneducated around Black history.
Oh yeah, they can do more.
It's just like it doesn't like I mean just because they whether it was an accident or purposely removed like it doesn't like I mean just because they whether it was an accident or purposely removed it like who really cares? There's bigger and better things to be discussing or like giving our energy to, other than Jackie Robinson getting removed from the DoD. Honestly, that's just my thing. Or like giving our energy to, other than Jackie Robinson getting removed from the DoD. Honestly, that's just my opinion.
I mean, I
Yeah,
think
I
it's an
mean
indicator of
it's
bigger
not just
side.
about that. People are losing their livelihoods, people are losing their rights. This is just a start to to a much larger issue.
Right. G, couple things that I could see potentially affecting you. Um, so you're in the army. What do you? Two things. What do you think about Trump? Because the government doesn't only have contracts here in the U.S. Like if you're deployed overseas, that could be an impact as well. And also, they are looking. They've started doing it in the Marines and other branches, not in the Army that I've seen, but they're removing the shaving waiver, which we know heavily impacts Black people in the military. What are your thoughts on those?
I mean, I currently have a sharing profile, and I haven't even received any type of DoD
Keep
message
your right. Keep your eyes open on that one because this
Yeah.
is impacting the Marine Corps now. They are saying that because our Department of Defense Secretary he was a Marine, so that's why everything's hitting the Marine first. But they're saying that if you're not healed within a year of your shaving profile, that you could get discharged.
Okay, well, let me just like okay about sharing profile. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
literally, people going for shaving profiles, not even having like severe ingrown hair or any of that. They just go in there just so they can wear their beard.
Yeah, they're bad. They're bad actors. Yeah, I seen it. I seen it.
I wouldn't even
I'm
say
not.
they're bad actors. I think there's people that want to maintain a beard for cultural or religious aspects, even. There are a lot of
You can
cultural
get those though
aspects
too
where
for
people have
culture
beards.
aspects. You can get those for culture aspects though.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah,
If
but
you,
I've seen, I like, for example, I have a shaving profile. I am
Mhm.
one of those actors, and and I've seen, I have many white buddies
Mhm.
who have severely more like ingrown hairs than me get denied simply because they are white. Like
Mm.
it's so like we're talking about like being segregated and like misinformation. So it's like I kind of understand where it's coming from. You
Yeah,
know, like
I seen that too when I was on active duty too. I was like, what? It's like
so it's
your
like
shit looks crazy. They didn't give it to you.
getting all this information, but like I also
Hmm.
like, know what's going on about it because I'm like real life seeing it firsthand. Like there's white people who get denied for shaving profiles simply because they're white, and I got awarded a shaving profile just off the strength of me being African American. Like
Mm.
I literally had two ingrown little bumps, and they're like permanent shaving profile. My buddy literally had his whole neck was red and like had just pus coming out of some of the ingrown little spots.
Mm.
And they denied this man, and it's pretty crazy. So I can see where it is, and plus, like people who have shaving profiles, I mean, you can't even like trim up your beard. You can't like fade.
Right. I think when I was hitting it, it can be more longer than a quarter of an inch or something like that
Like,
with your shaving profile, and you had to keep it. You had to once you gave it like any kind of style, you would lose it. Like if you would get it like I mean,
Cause,
they'll let you like trim the hair part, but I mean, if you like got it like shaped or any, like
yeah, you
did
can't
anything
do
crazy to it,
anything like that.
they'll
If you can
get
shave
right
it
on.
or try to shape it, they say that if you can shape it, you can shave it.
Right,
So
right, 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 right. Yeah, I seen that, and I was very disgusted when I saw. I'm like,
so that's my take on the whole shaving thing. And again, like just like how they're removing Jackie Robinson from the organization, it's like another thing that's just like like who cares? That's just
Are
my
you
opinion.
okay with the segregation where Trump just overturned segregated facilities for federal contractors? Like if there are white only places, are you okay with that?
Wait, say that one more time. Just
Yeah. Did you know that Trump just overturned like segregation protections from federal contractors? So previously, until last week, if a federal contractor would apply to have a to win a contract, they would have to promise that they would not have any segregation practice in their facilities. So, and that would be restaurants, bathrooms, etc. But now that Trump's overturned it, those organizations can now allow segregation by race. Are you okay with those designations by Trump? Yes or no?
uh, you guys are probably not gonna like my answer, but I mean, I would like to know if I'm not wanted or if I am wanted.
Right. So this is a federal contractor that provides services to the U.S. military. Let's say the Army, and they set up a facility on base where they had a whites only area, and would you be okay with that?
No, I wouldn't be okay with that, but I don't think there's any place on any military
Trump
installation.
just did it where it's allowed. He
yeah.
actually
G. Sadly, I
I mean, can you name?
it came out. It haven't came down to the to your level yet, but they just signed it where they can do that. So there's more stuff being looked into to see what they're talking about with the segregation stuff. I mean, sadly, I seen these crusty old YT guys, that brag about, oh, back in my day, they would sit there and be the contractors on post. And I seen it, but even before this came down, that some of my battle buddies that were BIPOC, they would get discriminatory against, and they'll come out and they're like, hey, Sergeant Austin. Yeah, I know. Everyone knows my last name anyways. They're like, Sergeant Austin, they're not I'm like, what? You have all your paperwork in hand. What the fuck why are they messing with you? So I would go in there, and me being YT presenting, I go in there, and guess what? We got shit taken care of.
Look, as a person that is queer and trans, I personally look for indicators that I'm in a place that I'm not wanted. And if I'm in a place I'm not wanted, I avoid going there. But it doesn't mean like I want to have places that I should be excluded from.
Mm-hmm.
It's about the equal access.
Hey, G, this is from Reuters, which is a pretty non-biased source. It's one that I use.
I think he's looking at them.
Yeah.
I'm listening.
Here it is, G.
Or
So,
he could be on the phone with somebody too, because he's
yeah.
typing at work, or lunch is going to be over.
Segregated facilities like waiting rooms, restaurants, drinking fountains for federal contractors. So they removed any ban on segregated facilities in those locations. So do you still support President Trump with this? Yes or no?
That's I'm going to speak up and say that's hard for him to say because he's
Oh
currently
yeah,
in.
sorry. All right, you're right.
Can't really.
Military.
Yeah, in uniform, it's hard to say yes or no on that. That's why I'm not pressuring
That's
him
why I
for it.
stepped in, because I'm like, wait a minute, me being a vet and me being on where I'm active duty, I'm not going to do that to someone that's wearing a uniform.
Daddy Trump is my boss right now. But
Yeah,
I mean,
see, I was looking out for you, G. I was looking out for you.
but I mean, I mean, we gotta let these things roll out and unravel themselves.
Right.
You know, right now it's a seed. You know, we can't go be taught like there's nothing in place of. I've never stepped on the military installation where it said whites only or blacks only.
But I mean, if you read this, it says it's allowed, right?
Okay, I'm just gonna mention something to you guys.
Okay.
G, if he's active duty right now, y'all are
Yeah,
gonna
'cause
get
it
him in
has to.
trouble.
Yeah,
No,
yeah, I know. I
we're
know.
having a
So
No,
that's why I
this whole
stepped in
non-specific.
discussion
and said,
right now,
no,
he
don't
can
do
get in
that.
trouble for.
I
I'm
know this.
not
I
sure
know
if you guys
this.
are aware of this.
I
Even
know this.
discussing it.
I
I
know
know,
this.
Okay,
Devil
we
Dog. I
have
know.
okay.
I know that
We have
Devil
There's
Dog.
multiple veterans.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
get.
We're aware.
That's why I
Devil
stepped
Dog's the
in
veteran as
Okay,
when
well.
yeah,
Mars
yeah. The,
actually
the reason why
asked.
I'm saying this, let me put it like this: what you guys are
Yeah,
talking about and
catch
asking
asked.
him, he
Catch
can.
asked.
I mean, even
That's why
just
we
All
pulled
right, Devil
back.
Dog, we've
yeah,
Hold
stopped
on.
that.
That's why we pulled that
just
back. We're
please, I
not
don't
going to
want
Yeah,
ask
yeah,
anybody
yeah.
getting in trouble. Just
specifically as you.
Yeah,
Settle down,
I didn't want
Leatherneck.
him
We
getting in
got
trouble.
this.
That's why I stepped in when Mars asked, when she asked G that question. I was like, hang on, y'all.
yeah, it isn't just that question though. Asking about what he thinks about some of the policies that are coming through. That's another no touch for
But
when
he's
you're active
also
duty.
having he's having the conversation voluntarily, so he understands the risk involved with the
I
conversation. So I
don't
don't know
think
why
he
you had to come
does
up here and play
understand the
Captain
risk.
Save a Ho.
It's actually
No, he
So
does. He made
I
it
would
very clear. He made it very clear he understands the risk of this conversation. So you do not need to play Captain Save a Ho. Like what?
fucking Ansel. I missed you.
so at the risk of
I
derailing the
missed you
entire live,
too.
husband, I wanted to
All right.
comment on your background that you have, if you don't mind.
Yep.
Okay, I think absolutely we should be banning transgender mice because they have an unfair advantage in sports. Just last week, a mouse broke the record by 5 years that has been stood by women, and it's just unfair to them. So we need to get rid of the transgender mice so they don't have an unfair advantage against the mice, the women mice. It's just not fair. And we're gonna put all
Are
the
there
left-handed people
transgender
in the
mouse?
ocean.
Are you being sarcastic
But
about? Because like, do you? All right, let me just ask you: do you really think that women don't have a disadvantage against trans women?
no, no, I'm being
Oh
100%.
my god!
I'm being 100% sarcastic. G. Trans women, those the very few that actually compete in sport on a higher level, like the NCAA. Typically speaking, there's certain qualifiers they have to go through. They have to have their hormones checked, and they have to have the same levels of hormones that a biological woman or a cis woman would have in order to compete in that bracket. And typically speaking, they don't have the biological advantages that they would have if they were non-transitioning. So basically, because of the androgens and the estrogen and everything else that we take, the hormonal levels that I have are much lower than your biological woman. Actually, my hormones are much higher from a standpoint of the estrogen levels are much higher than a biological woman, and my testosterone is almost nothing at this point. So I have no biological advantage over a cis woman. I might have a slightly longer reach because I'm tall, but there's plenty of tall women that are naturally born a woman.
But your
There's plenty
bones.
of tall women.
Hey,
You
I
know,
just put a study on in the chat, but it just came out this year. It's on volleyball, and it compared trans women volleyball players versus cis women volleyball players versus cis men, and they tested exercise
you bring up the
performance.
volleyball player, Mars. That lady pisses me off. That person made the whole claim that the GCs and the transphobic people used was the poor woman who was horribly disabled because she had a ball spiked in her face by a trans woman. Turns out she continued playing softball. She was fine.
I know.
She played.
I have a
She played
question.
further sports. She continued on.
Tabby,
She was not disabled.
Tabby, let me.
Can I just ask one
G,
question?
yeah, 1 second though. In the study, what they show is the hemoglobin levels, the VOX2 max, and
No, you
the
guys are talking about two
exercise
different
performance was
things.
similar between cis women and trans women, and that cis men had an advantage over both. Okay, I'm
Mars,
done.
Mars. I think you and Tabby are talking. You guys were talking about volleyball, but two different things because Tabby's talking about the girl that got hit in the face.
Yeah. I'm talking about a
And
study.
you're talking
that
about
came
the
out.
Access study where they're showing the differences, and then now to Hazel. Yes, Hazel.
Are there really transgender mice? What? Am I confused? Did I
No.
miss
No,
something?
during the State of the Union address, our Cheeto in chief got very confused, and he threw out a lot of misinformation in regards to trans folk. One of which he was talking about how Doge found an 8 million, how one science department spent $8 million to create transgender mice. Well, what they actually were creating was transgenic mice. They were able to have the mice or change the mice's gene structure so that they would react to drugs the way a human would. So they can do drug trials for
But
cancer research and other research. But he's
but
so
why are
thick-headed
there
and so focused on
not?
trans women. Hmm?
But why are there
Why?
not
He's so focused.
transgender mice? I feel like that would be something that,
There's not a
like,
market
seriously.
I
for
Okay,
found
we all know
another
that I
another
troll,
friend of
and I
mine,
troll both.
Pride Cords. He makes really cute stickers, and he has transgender mice stickers. 10 out of 10. Go find him on Etsy. He's great.
So Hayes,
And
the reason
also,
why
If
they're
you all
what
don't
the
know
reason why,
me,
yeah, well, the reason why transgender mice don't exist is because only humans have gender. Non-human animals do not have gender, as
yeah,
far as we know.
let me explain something real quick just before we get any further in this conversation. I feel like it's important that everyone knows that my entire personality is one big troll account. I troll both sides equally every day. So I'm not being serious. I know that there's not transgender mice. My
no,
whole
this is why
thing on
he was
this app is
complaining
to troll
that
everyone as hard as I
Hazel.
can. Whole
This is why
thing on
he was
this app is to
complaining
troll.
Hazel. This is why he was complaining during the campaign that they're eating the cats, they're eating the cat because he knew about the transgender mice. Because if they don't eat the cats, then the cats will get the transgender mice.
Brookie. You got to work on your
See,
Cheeto
Echo and Brookie,
impersonation.
But just to
Huh?
like,
go
you
back to
guys
what
know that I troll this app.
Yeah, I
So,
know.
like,
Yeah.
the
And
fact that there is a post about transgender mice, I feel like we should make the mice transgender. What's it gonna hurt, you know? Let's just have transgender mice. It's not gonna hurt
G, you
anything.
were coming in very low. I think you're trying to
so
say something.
just to go back on like what that late or I don't know miss pronoun but
She.
yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Now we
Okay.
can.
Back to what that person on the bottom right said about like sports and stuff like that, and how there's studies shown that with like hormonal stuff like that, that there's pretty much equal to cis women.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, there's studies showing the opposite. You know what I mean? It's
Well, I mean,
studies.
this is from 2025. G. This is
Yeah,
volleyball related,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. But
So,
she
do
said
you know what
that.
hemoglobin does? Do you know what hemoglobin does?
I mean,
Like,
just before you go on your spiel, let me just get out what I'm gonna say, then you can have the floor,
yeah,
if that's okay.
yeah.
Yeah, so she said that there's studies going on about like how after you do your cycle, I'm not sure how that works. That they're pretty much equal to women in like the athletic playing field. And there's also studies that show that that's like completely false. That like you still keep and remain. You still have some of your strength, endurance, your fast twitch muscle fibers, which are like superior. Like men have superior genetics to
Not always.
when it comes to women. I
It-
mean,
It's
not always,
it's
but
not an all thing. Like, okay, you know who Brittany Griner is? G.
yeah.
Okay, I'm a 5'7.5" trans woman.
Okay.
Who do you think has bigger bones, Brittany Griner or me?
I mean, but that's like a
No, no.
one.
Answer the question though. It's Brittany Griner, right?
Brittany Griner, yeah,
Right. Yeah. Who has a bigger heart, Brittany Griner or me?
probably Brittany Griner.
Right. Who has bigger lung capacity, Brittany Griner or me?
I mean, I don't know that yet.
But Brittany Griner, right? So, like when we look at the effects of testosterone on bodies, right? Do you really think a woman, a man, would go 3 years taking gender affirming hormone therapy and having their muscles atrophy, being in the wrong dominant sex hormone for 3 years in order to play college basketball? Do you think someone would go through that entire process to do so and still not dominate the sport in order to play college basketball? Because like there's no Michael Jordan's trans women's like dominating sports anywhere. And if that was the case, if you were like no matter, if trans women all had the superhuman ability over all cis women, then why aren't we seeing trans women breaking all records.
I mean, just to go back to your Brittany Griner part, that's her name, right? Brittany.
Yeah, Brittany
Yeah,
Griner.
yeah.
She's like a physical specimen. That's like 1 out of 10 women who will ever like even be able
I'm
to.
5'7". Do you know how many athletes are taller than
What
me?
about
Like
Caitlin
I'm
Clark?
not like I am shorter than most NCAA
What
Division
about
One
Caitlin
basketball
Clark?
players.
Yeah, but
What about Caitlin Clark?
you're
We got
one.
Caitlin Clark now.
Huh?
We got Caitlin Clark that outshoots what's his face from the Lakers.
Yeah, again,
Caitlin.
that's one female out of like
Right,
how
right.
many
But
NCAA?
there's more and more females coming up though
And that's one female out of.
and now because of women's sports being more and more people are watching women's sports more and more, which is great for them because women's sports has been around for years. It's now taken off because people are like, hey, why are we only showing men? Let's be show some equality, and some male athletes have stepped up. And like my favorite one, I'm a little biased because I'm from Kansas City. So Patrick Mahomes, him and his wife actually opened up the first women's ever professional stadium for their soccer team. And
I'll say for the vast majority, men only care about women's sports when they wear small shorts.
I mean,
this is true. This
that's
is sadly that is true and disgusting
True.
because
that's
right.
I mean that's an opinion, you know.
That's the only time I care about it either. The fuck?
What? Gee, I will tell you though, I think every sport should go through and do a study like volleyball did below. And if there is a sport where trans women have so much an advantage,
And
right?
here's
Then maybe that governing body should decide. But it doesn't make sense to ban trans women from playing chess or darts or Jeopardy or like disc golf. Like at what point is it like croquet? Like what are we talking about, right?
I mean,
and also 2G, when the guy that oversees all of NCAA, so like Division 1, Division 2, like all of NCAA sports, he said out of 5,500 athletes in all the sports, 8 of them, so less than 1-0, 8 of them identified as trans. Either they were trans men, trans women, or non-binary. And so um, where did Mars go? They so if they're dominating the force, wouldn't there be more than just 8 in the NCAA?
I
That's
mean, I didn't say they were dominating the sport, but it's at this point I just feel like you should just make your own league because
well,
There's not enough
well,
trans
there won't
people.
be
it's at this point I just feel like you should just make your own league because
well,
There's not enough trans
there won't
people
be really a
competing,
league
though.
with 8, and they're not even all in the same sport.
it's just
So
at what point I mean it's just
so
at what point I mean at what point are we going to give women their own space?
we do.
Like it's just
And,
it's
and hey, G, when I was downrange in Afghanistan, you want to hear something crazy? When we were out on mission and we pulled into a fob and we had to bed down for the night because I did logistics, um, all of us, we slept in the same tent. We all just turned our backs and was respectful. We weren't like trying to pry on our sisters because those were our sisters that had our backs. Because some of them were pew pewers on the pew pew truck.
yeah, but I mean that's
Yeah,
we're talking about being in the field in the military. Like it's
right.
totally different.
And
But
then
I guess I don't have nothing against trans people. I love all people. The only thing that I have an issue with is the whole LGBT community wanting to cancel anyone who doesn't believe what they believe. Like,
well, I don't. I don't. I'm part of the community, and I don't. I'm just like
Yeah,
whatever.
I welcome a comfortable discourse and like conversation. I think like a comfortable discourse and like conversation. I think like people that believe that we shouldn't exist are incredibly harmful. Like I'm not going to sit there and be like, "Oh, I will support you and welcome your voice" if if you're going to sit there and say I shouldn't even exist. To me, that's
gay people. The gay people are wanting to take over. The gay people are gonna. They don't like us. The gay people hates everybody. I am a gay and I do hate everybody, but we're all not like that, okay? Like, we're not a monolithic community. Like, I don't understand this. I don't gay and I do hate everybody, but we're all not like that, okay? Like, we're not a monolithic community. Like, I don't understand this. I don't like when the gays do this and I don't like when the gays do that. Fuck it. Like, and for everybody who's like, oh, I love everybody, I have nothing against people. You fuck it. Like, and for everybody who's like, oh, I love everybody, I have nothing against people. You lie. You do have something against someone. You don't love everybody. That's fucking impossible.
Anyway, but yeah. I mean, everybody has a little bit, but yeah. I mean, everybody has a little bit of prejudice to them, you know.
oh yeah.
Sadly, yeah.
But yeah, I don't have nothing against y'all. You know, I like having a warm conversation like we had today. You know, you guys are cool people.
Hey,
You know,
if you're ever around the Fort Riley area, just follow me and I would meet up for coffee and we can talk more.
for sure, for sure.
And nothing like and nothing like that. Like
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, I understand, bro.
Because
I got you.
because I'm more about educating people and more about I try to tell my story of being trans, because I came out after the military because I was in when Don't Ask, Don't Tell was a big thing, and so it was hard for you to even do anything in the military because if you would have came out in the military, then yeah. I keep looking at the time because I know that you probably have to go back because you're probably on lunch.
No, I'm just a shitbag. I'm just like not
Oh,
working. So,
at least you're honest. Shit.
yeah. But I do gotta get going. I gotta make this appointment. But y'all have a nice day.
Yeah,
You
you
too,
too.
G. Take
Have
it
fun
easy
at
and be
dental.
safe.
Have fun at dental.
Go find food soon myself anyway, and this was kind of just for some fun to fuck with people.
What did you think of my new artwork, though? By the way,
I told you, you need to use a resource to remove the background of people so then you can paste it in a lot cleaner, because that's what I did with Envy.
what'd you do with Envy?
The ones that I made that I posted to the Reddit,
Oh, that was you, the Spare Change.
no, I only have the echo, they, them.
Can someone send me a link to this goddamn Reddit that everyone's been talking about? I feel like I'm missing stuff. I need to find this Reddit.
Girl, you're gonna be in there for hours on end. Trust me, you're gonna be like, this is so much tea because people go there because you can have anonymous names and so people don't know who it is. And there's so much. I had to delete it because it got so bad for me that I got consumed by it. So I had to delete it off my phone.
I just,
The
sometimes I
only
don't go
time
on
I've had
there.
any experience on Reddit is someone posted my boobs to Reddit one time from my OF account, and that was the only time I've had a run-in with Reddit. And I'm really confused as to what Reddit even is. But I hear everybody every day, oh, it's on Reddit, go find it on Reddit. And I'm like, how the fuck do I find this on Reddit?
It's under
What?
debate. It's under debate talk snark.
Yeah, so it's Debate Talk
Debate
Snark
talk.
is what's called a
Okay.
subreddit. So Reddit is basically like a open blogging system. You can post whatever you want. There's different subreddits that have different topics and things like that. I thought like deep web frickin' chat forums were trash. Like Reddit is just fucking stupid.
You'll go down rabbit.
I'm gonna go check out. I'm gonna go do some scrolling on Reddit and see what happens.
Girl,
I haven't talked to you guys in a while. I've had the flu. My house got flooded. My uncle was murdered. There's been a lot that's happened in this last
oh
month.
my God, I'm so sorry.
I know it's a gag. It's a gag. It's been happening. I haven't been here. Everybody's like, "Where's Hayes?" She hasn't been trolling the internet. It's because I've been going through a lot. I still have the flu.
Oh no.
I have the flu. My uncle passed away. My house was flooded. My entire town was flooded, actually. We were wiped off the fucking map.
Sounds about right.
What else has happened? That's really it. That's really it. I haven't been here to bother nobody.
So you've been lifing, really.
I've missed out.
Life has just been smacking you in the
Yeah,
face.
I've been laughing. I went on Envy's panel yesterday, or the day before, and I got 7 messages asking me why I was on that hateful woman's panel. And then I went to like a LGBTQ friendly space and I was hanging out in there. And those same people were like, "Why are you on that panel?" And I'm like, y'all are not paying attention to me. You all don't understand me like Echo and Brookie understand me. I'm a troll account. I troll the
it's just like
streets.
you and I might not see eye to eye on things too. You know, I still understand that you and I are kind of like the same. I like to troll. Sometimes I get serious, but you're more trolly than me. And no,
Yeah,
because
I'm never
we
serious. Like, I
we keep
guarantee as
we
soon as
use
I
this
get off
as
of Echo's
entertainment.
live, as soon as I get off Echo's live, someone's gonna message me and be like, "You were on Envy's panel 2 days ago, and now you're on Echo's. What is going on?" I'll be like,
Oh
"Wow,
yeah.
you
Trust
guys."
me, everybody gets messages when they're on my live. They're like, "Why'd you go there? Why do you talk to Echo?"
You know, Echo does this.
And that's the thing. Like,
Yo, I've
I
let fun
I
use
just
my.
like to talk to people.
Yeah, me too. I've let Bun use my backup account, and like
Oh, that
they've
shit was wild.
messaged me,
That shit threw me
and they're
off.
like, "I keep getting blocked out of spaces on it, and people are freaking out." I'm like, "It's absolutely fucking hilarious." Anybody wants, anybody out there, I don't care who you are, make an Echo account with my PFP, the same name layout, and scroll TikTok and just see the visceral reaction you get of people.
God
It is
damn Echo.
absolutely hilarious.
Echo, do I have your permission to make one of my backups like an Echo account?
Yeah, go ahead, because all my official accounts have like the names of my backups in them. So just you'll
Okay,
be
cool.
entertained
I'm
with
gonna just
how
make like
funny
the
it is.
name Echo. Yeah. I just want to test out a theory. I want to see if the same people that I communicate with daily on this app think of me less for having your name on a profile.
Do it. Go for it. It's funny. I think at this point, like it would just
This
throw
app is not what it
TikTok for
used to
me.
be. This app used to be like, yeah, like
Debate.
this app used to be such a good place to communicate and debate and actually talk to people. And now it's like everybody hates everybody. And I like to play into that. You know, I'm like, wow, so you hate this person, why? And then I go to the other person, I'm like, why do they hate you? And then they tell me, and I'm like, oh my God, this is messy. I love it.
Yeah. I'm at the point where I'm like, I'm only around because people hate me so much.
I'm the same way. I'm just like, you know what, of this app. I'm planning my bougie ass fucking wedding. I don't know how in the hell I'm paying for this shit because I got bougie taste on a fucking Dollar Tree slash Temu fucking budget.
You know, though, Brookie, you can find a lot of really good wedding decor on Temu. Like when I
No,
got
I'm
married,
making
I got
no.
my
It's
wedding
Temu
signs for the
Wedding.
table on Temu.
Yeah, I know. But all my vendors I'm hiring for my wedding are like costing me. But all my vendors I'm hiring for my wedding are like costing me. It's a joke because I it's oh my god, it's so expensive. If
I
I would have,
tried
oh my god, it's so expensive. If
I
I would have
tried to
thought this
cheap out on my
through,
wedding, and my
if I
wedding
would have
still
thought
ended
this
up
through,
costing.
because this is my first wedding of me being out as trans, and so I want to have the whole princess thing going on and have my dream wedding finally, where I can, you
Wait,
know,
first one. Do you plan on getting more trans weddings?
no, no, this is my first wedding of me being out. That's what I'm saying.
Hmm.
My other two. I was in, I'm very first one. We just went to courthouse, and then I went off into the military, and she decided to open her legs to get pregnant by another dude. So I left her, of course.
That's
And
all
then,
right. I was married to my wife when I was in the Army. And when I got out and came home after like a year, found out she was cheating on me the whole time with my cousin.
oh shit,
Yeah. She kept it in the family at least.
Oh my
roll
god.
tide, roll
Y'all
tide.
gotta pick better people. That's horrible.
Well, we was young. When we're young, we don't know how to. We haven't gone through the life experience of that, and so you learn that it's a learning. But if you keep repeating it, then that's when Hazel should step in and go, "Hey, what are you doing here? I like to troll you, but hey, this ain't right. You should probably
Yeah,
pick
I
different
only have one marriage, so.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
then my
Betty,
second wife,
definitely.
we
Like
just
my
kind of
marriage, even though I tried to do things the cheap way, Brookie.
why do white people always do performative
Anyways, like I was
action?
saying before I was interrupted.
I don't
oh
care.
no, but my second wife, we just kind of felt like more like roommates and stuff.
My
That's kind of
wedding
like
costed me.
$2.50.
69.
69, very nice.
No, I have the worst lag in the history. I have the
You
worst
do.
lag
You
in the
got one
history of
bar.
Because
fucking
you're down
lag.
there in
So
the
every time I
south.
talk, Brookie talks.
Oh, bless your heart. You're
I
down there in
know
the
it's
south.
horrible. I can't help it.
Go
I
climb
am in
one
the
of those
South.
pine
Everybody
trees.
knows this.
Go climb one of those pine trees so you can get higher up and so you can get better reception.
Brookie, we have no fucking tree. The damn flood took all the trees. I don't
Damn.
have a tree to climb.
Oh shit.
I don't have any Wi Fi. I have to use my cellular data because they still haven't got the internet fixed in this area because of the flood. It's horrible. We just now got running water back not even 2 weeks ago. For the past month, everybody's been having to use like water in gallons and cook it on the stove to wash their asses. It's been
Can I
horrible.
ask what state?
So only like half
Oh,
the
yeah, I live in
population is
Kentucky.
washing their asses
Oh,
then,
okay.
because men don't wash their ass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, it's been an experience. Like I was boiling water to wash my coochie, and I felt like the nastiest person in the history of people because
Right.
there was no running water to take a proper shower. And I was like, I don't see how people do this. Like, I didn't realize how spoiled I was to things like Wi Fi and running water until I didn't have it.
Right.
Well,
When I was in Afghanistan, we had to use bottled. And there's some spots we had to use bottled water to take showers with.
well, thank you for well,
Yeah.
two things. Um, you do what you gotta do sometimes, and thank you for at least washing your coochie.
Because she's down in the hoochie coochie, so she has to watch the
Yeah, I know.
coochie now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to wash my coochie. It would be really gross if I didn't. One thing about Kentucky weather is 1 minute it's snowing and the next it's 90 degrees. So like if you live in Kentucky and you're not washing your ass, um what the fuck are you doing?
Dude,
Cuz it's so goddamn humid here and I know y'all stink. Wash your asses. I don't care how you have to do it. Wash your ass.
mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Looks
Hey,
like
Punk.
up here in Kansas, it was 80 degrees, and then just west and north of me, they had a blizzard. Now it's like 70 degrees again here. It's like, what the fuck, Kansas? Make up your mind.
I'm actually getting ready to go to Kansas.
Really?
Very excited for that.
To live?
Yeah, no, I have family that is like sort of scattered across the United States, and my grandmother hasn't got to see a lot of her cousins